Greetings. This is going to be a collective reading for all 12 signs for the weekend, the next week, whenever you see this. It's going to be your message. Starting with Capricorn again. I don't know why I've just been on a kick of starting with Capricorns lately. So I will say I do Vedic sidereal astrology, not Western astrology. So if you're like, what does that mean? You can type into Google VEDIC or sidereal, SIDEREAL, sidereal. Check out your chart. Otherwise, just go with your Western chart. This can be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you don't know your chart, look it up. All right, so Capricorn. You guys have hots for someone. I just have to say. There's Capricorns, you are looking for intimacy or looking to connect. Just to be totally honest, some of you guys are looking for sex. Some of you guys are into sex right now. Some of you guys are wanting to have sex with multiple people. Some of you guys are not wanting to be tied down or committed in one direction. Capricorn, it's like this energy of you want to commit, but you say you have such high standards and no one meets your standards, yet you give all of them a piece. So Capricorn, I'm sorry, just have to call Capricorns out here for a second, but there's an energy here of like, you can't just give a little bit to all these different people, say that you want a higher commitment, but you don't actually give enough to any of them individually to even see if it could go the whole 9 yards or go the full mile. So there's something here, Capricorn, of either you're holding back, and so it's like you don't let connections go beyond a certain depth, a certain level of depth, Capricorn, and so there's something here of like you cut yourself off at the knees. You have the connection off at the knees. Capricorn, there is definitely a relation here of someone who is very independent. There also could be a new job coming up for you, Capricorns. There's something here that you're mastering. Someone will be sending you a message soon. We are in Mercury retrograde, so as we know, Mercury retrograde is all about those messages, blasts from the past, old work situations, old family members, friends, relationships that you have had falling outs with will be coming back in. So again, I'm speaking to Capricorn. The other thing we have here, Capricorn, is you're going through changes. So we have the song Changes by Justin Bieber. I'm going through change. We also have Rihanna, you know, I got the sauce, I'm saucy, and I never, what is it, Sex With Me Is So Amazing. That's the song by Rihanna. So Capricorn, someone here could be just like totally smitten by your sex is what I'm hearing here. I don't mean for this to be sensual, but I just have to read the energy that's coming up. So Capricorn, there is just a lot of like lots of sexual power. There is also an energy here of embracing your weirdness. Like Capricorn, if in the past there are certain things about your sexuality that you kind of hid, and so you didn't attract partners that you even wanted to show your full emotional or intimate depths to, you're finally into a place of self-mastery where you're accepting certain desires or kinks or things that you want to explore. And you're at this place where you're like, you know what? I'm ready to explore whole new horizons when it comes to my sexuality or when it comes to relationship. And for some of my Capricorns, there is a need here to have grace with somebody, but also have grace with yourself, because there's actually a reconciliation that can occur for some of you Capricorns, but it would require you to completely drop your pride and ego, and the other person to drop their pride and ego as well. There's also an energy, Capricorn, of having strong authority, like you're really expressing your authority in a situation, you're expressing your commitment to a situation, you're taming your beasts inside. It's kind of a dichotomy here, because it's like as you tame the beasts inside, you allow the beasts to roam more freely and to express themselves more authentically, but they're expressing themselves in ways that are, what am I looking for? in ways that are consensual. So going back to, well, I'd hope consensual here, but this is the thing again, where it's like you're understanding there are certain things that you like, certain things that you prefer. So rather than having a crush on someone who wouldn't even be open to those things that you like or prefer, you're just like, oh yeah, and not that person, because that person isn't even into the weird things that I'm into, and I'm into some weird things. But Spirit is also saying, Capricorn, just because someone isn't already into something weird that you're into, okay, Cap, this is for a very specific Capricorn. Just because they're not already into it doesn't mean that they wouldn't be into it if you got to know them further and something that you could introduce them to. Capricorn, this has gotten too far off the deep end, way more than I wanted to say. For some of my Capricorns, you could be dealing with someone who's a Gemini, or there could be changes in your relationships in Gemini season, which is basically now in Western astrology, but not really for another 2 weeks. So in the next 4 weeks, I'll say, Capricorns, you're going to have a lot of changes in your relationships. You also could be getting a new mentor, a new teacher, a new personal trainer, a new coach in some form, or you could be working closely with a coach during this time. All right, we are going to move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, what does Aquarius have from the Oracle? All right, Aquarius, there could be something painful that you are dealing with. There is a lot of ancestral energy here. There's a lot of stuck energy from the past. Some of my Aquariuses are looking back or thinking back to past relationships, things that they feel like they were failing. Aquarius, you need to not be so hard on yourself. Spirit is firstly saying, remember, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. So Aquarius, again, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. And so Aquarius, this is a situation where you and this other person are operating from totally different realms of consciousness. Like the mode of consciousness, the wavelength that you operate on and that they operate on are just like total opposites, Aquarius. And there's also an energy here of someone is coping in an unhealthy way. Again, kind of goes back to that, honestly, into the Capricorn energy, because we have this song, I'm hearing this song, I just effed another girl thinking about you, can't even lie, all the time I think about you. So I just slept with another girl thinking about you. Or it could be guy, put it in, whatever situation you're dealing with here. But there is a situation here, Aquarius, where someone smiles, someone new caught your attention, or you caught someone new's attention, and they're already in a relationship, or you're already in a relationship. One of the people's already in a relationship, but they're meeting someone new. And this new person that they're meeting has this energy that they're like, oh my gosh, I want that energy. But they're like stuck in this other situation. But they're like fantasizing about this other person while in this other situation, which is so unhealthy. We have immaturity, we have projection. We have the lyrics from Russ, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I'll fight for what I love. There's something here, Aquarius, where you need to share your testimony. You can't let people stop you. You have to understand there are certain situations and certain decisions, Aquarius, that Spirit wants you to make that are going to knowingly piss other people off. And Aquarius, Spirit is telling you that you need to have liberty, freedom, release yourself, and allow yourself to live uninhibited. You have a victory by allowing yourself to let go and expand. And I'm hearing the song, At Last. So some of my Aquariuses could be having, again, a reconciliation with someone at last. They finally get to go towards someone or something that they can call home. I feel like, Aquarius, there's an energy here. Someone feels like you are home. We have teacher, guide, mentor, leadership. So again, another situation. We have sprout. So Aquarius, some of you guys could be a new small fish in a new pond. Some of you guys need to embrace more teamwork, or there's something here about joining a team, working in quiet on your team. So I'm hearing the Ninja Turtles. So for some of my Aquarians, I don't know, your group could be like a bunch of Ninja Turtles. You guys are ninjas. There's also, okay, Aquarius, there, I just have to be blunt in some situation. There is a situation here where it's just like, why are you still messing with this person? You know they don't really like you, or you don't really like them, so why are you still going after? It's like someone is pursuing someone even though they don't like them, and the other person is, this is like all about, I don't know, abandonment stuff, and there's weirdness here, but there's an energy of like, this person is literally almost repulsed by this other person, and yet they're still going after them because they're like kind of picking on them. It's kind of like that kids on the playground, whenever kids would like push the person that they had a crush on. It's like, I have a crush on you, but I'm pushing you into the rocks, and you're getting a bruise on your arm and spraining your wrist because I shoved you so hard into the rocks. Hee I like you, but I don't really like you. I don't know, it's a really weird energy, Aquarius. So, I don't know, there's like some pettiness here. Aquarius, take a spiritual bath. Go get in the ocean. Go get some salt water, or take a salt bath, or breathe some fresh air. Go for a jog, sweat it out, take some hot yoga, play a musical instrument. All right, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, you are love drunk. I'm hearing love drunk. And I'm hearing that song by Beyonce, what is it? I'm hearing, what is it? I've been searching. Can't keep my eyes off. Can't keep your eyes off that fatty. You can't keep your eyes off someone's fatty. Okay, Pisces, you could be into someone's butt here. Drunk in love. So I'm hearing the Beyonce song, Drunk in Love. We be all night. So Pisces, you could be going all night with someone. You could be talking to someone at night. You could be wanting someone at night. There's something here about the nighttime and you fantasizing about someone quite a bit, Pisces. There's an energy here of you being almost a bit codependent on this person's energy. Spirit is wanting you to work on self-regulation, self-awareness, self-parenting, and sovereignty at this time. So for my single Pisces, if you find yourself constantly fantasizing about relationship but you're not yet in relationship, it's because there's something here that Spirit wants you to work on when it comes to tuning yourself and when it comes to discovering yourself. So when I say tuning yourself, I mean tuning yourself like we tune an instrument. So just as you tune an instrument to the right keys and frequencies, we have to tune ourselves to appropriate keys and frequencies. And as we evolve and change and grow, we have to keep changing how we tune the instrument of our own human vessel, so to speak. And so Pisces, there is an energy here of a whole new horizon, new hobbies that need to be explored for you, and there's new love interests in these new hobbies. And so Spirit is wanting you to go, I'm hearing Fievel Goes West. I'm also hearing The Great Frontier. I'm also hearing Frontier City, which is a theme park. I'm also hearing Oregon Trail. So if you guys could have liked playing Oregon Trail. Okay, we also have I'd rather leave than to cheat, but if she'll give me some time, I can be the man she needs me to be, but there's still a lot of lust in me. So the song is Where I Want to Be by Donnell Jones. So for some of my Pisces, take it how it fits. You could be the guy in that situation. You're into multiple women here, but there's one that you specifically have your eye on. You feel like this person could be your soulmate. You feel like you're spinning. We have the Mac Miller songs. I'm spinning here inside your spell. We sounds better than you or me. So the song is We by Mac Miller. That's coming through strongly here. So Pisces, there's a need to kind of ground yourself and get decisive. Make some choices for the next part of your life to continue. Because it's like, so we have help me out. I'll scratch yours if you scratch mine. But Pisces, I just have a feeling that this person isn't really going to take that. Like, if you were to approach this person, you're like, help me out. I'll scratch yours if you scratch mine. This person probably is going to be like, because it seems like you're friends with this person, like you guys are cool, but this person is like, you can do better than that. This other person is like, you know I'm worth more than that. You can court me better than that. Don't come at me like that. Like, why are you even coming at me like that? And for some of my Pisces, you're just thinking this. You're just thinking that you want to scratch this person's and they will scratch yours. Like, there's a lot of fantasy energy here, Pisces. We also have the quote, "Be water, my friend," by Bruce Lee. Remember that the smartest, dangerous person in the room is the calmest person. It's the most controlled person. And there's also a strong need to remember, Pisces, that snakes do not attack trees. So be a tree, Pisces, because there could be some snakes around you. So for some of my Pisces, you could be dealing with some snakes. There's a need for you to kind of be quiet, lay low to the ground. I'm hearing that from in The Lion King, whenever they're like out in the safari, you know, and Timon and Pumbaa are like, lay low to the ground. And they all like kind of crouch down. There's also an energy here, Pisces, of Spirit really wanting you to work on being more self-made. And as you become more self-made, Pisces, you will naturally melt into new symbiotic connections, new work delegations. There is potential here for you to have a friends with benefits for a short term. I'm hearing 3 to 4 months. So Pisces, if you want that, you can get it. But if you don't want that, then, you know. All right, Aries. Aries, what is going on for Aries? We have music. So Aries, you could be prioritizing listening to music right now. Music would be really good for you at this time. You could be playing music, learning how to play a musical instrument. There's someone here, Aries, who used to not be into you at all, and now they're into you, but they're not saying anything right now. But it's really hard for them to concentrate. And this person could be a Capricorn, or this person could be a Virgo. And we have rejection is protection, but it came out in the reverse. So there could be a Virgo or a Capricorn, Aries, that's in your environment who rejected you in the past, but with the rejection going in the reverse, they no longer want to reject you because it's hard for them to concentrate. We have the song lyrics by Red Hot Chili Peppers, all I want is for you to be happy and take this moment and make you my family. And yeah, so basically there's this energy here, Aries, of someone who didn't take you seriously. We have, you used to tell me all the time I ain't your type, but now you want to spend the night. So again, there's this energy here of someone like roasting you in the past, someone being like, nah, you're not my type, that no. So they're totally like stereotyping you, but now it's hard for them to concentrate and they think about you a lot. So that's interesting. We also have, I open your legs and go straight to your heart. So Aries, someone here wants to, win you over. We have, hold up to be clear, I believe in miracles, but I don't believe in waiting for them. You've got to make that happen in ways they cannot imagine. And actually the song is called Aries by Mike Will Made It. So Aries, you may want to go check out that song. It's literally titled Aries, and it's by Mike Will Made It. Mike Will Made It. It's a pretty cool song. I like to listen to it. Nice dancing vibes. We also have the song Cinderella by Mac Miller. I've been waiting all night for this moment. So there could be something here, Aries, that you've been waiting for. There's also Pisces in your energy. We also have pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So there's something here that you could be working through, Aries, that is very difficult, but you're being stoic about it, and you are kind of sticking it to the man, is what I'm hearing. There's an energy of just really digging your heels in and showing the courage of your conviction, because there is a lot of heart here. And it's like people could be trying to come at you, but you're not interested at all. And that could also be the thing. Like in the past, Aries, you were more available. So these people weren't into you, devil card, because you were available and you're not available now. So now that you're not available, they want you, because devil card, that's how that works. It's called polarity. It's called magnets. It's called the law of attraction and polarity. And so Aries, now that you're like, nope, I'm busy, I'm working on XYZ, you have all these earth signs effed up about you. These Capricorns and Virgos are like, what? No. And I picked up the Tarot for this. So apparently we're switching to that. 10 of Swords here. So Aries, definitely shutting things down, and you're loving yourself, sticking to yourself. Queen of Cups and the Hangman, so all about self-love. The Hangman is all about spiritual enlightenment. It's also being alone. So a lot of my Aries are practicing celibacy at this time. You're like, nope, I don't need your loving. I love my own self. Nope, I don't need your wand. I got my own wand. I don't need your magic stick. I got my own magic stick. Yeah, but you have a King of Pentacles here. See, it's the Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. You have a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or a couple of them effed up over you, Aries. And the King of Wands came out in the reverse. So also a fire sign here. Sag, Leo, or Aries. Someone here is upset because they wanted to hook up and you turned them down. You said, nope. Nope, not happening. All right, on to Taurus. Alrighty, so Aries, looks like people are coming at you, but no one's really offering that staying power yet. So stay in that celibate energy, Aries. We love to see it. All right, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? So Taurus, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Taurus, you could be dealing with your emotions more lately. So Taurus, previously, you would just sleep or be busy or eat or just chill and do cozy things rather than really dive into your emotions. But lately, Taurus, you could find yourself more emotional than usual. You could even find it difficult for you to concentrate in certain situations because your emotions are quite literally affecting you. And some of what could be affecting your emotions right now is because there are changes in your relationships, Taurus. You could feel like you're receiving some sort of rejection in a situation. You could feel like you are not getting what you're putting out in a situation. You feel like there's something here that's not quite complete, Taurus, but you also feel like it's not for you. And so there's something here about, you could be dealing again with Pisces, you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or have any of these in your chart. But Taurus, this whole thing is about, I'm hearing mine. So Taurus, this is about a possessiveness. So a lot of my Taurans during this Mercury retrograde and for the next week or so, or 2 weeks, you are kind of in this headstrong battle with someone. Oh, it's like a battle of possessions. It's a possessive battle. It's like a power struggle. It's that's mine, or this is mine, or this is my territory, or it's territorial and it's possessive. So Taurus, Spirit is saying the test here is for you to adopt more of a watery nature to you, for you to kind of take on the energy of Pisces, and for you to dip into your emotions, and for you to understand that if you actually pause. So here's the thing, you're going to pause anyway because you're stubborn. So Taurus the bull, you're going to stand with your heels dug in. But if you change your perception about how you're pausing and why you're pausing, then the outcome will actually be different and will be higher vibrational for you and the other person. So there's something here where it's like you and this other person are very set in your ways. However, if you look at this situation, instead of being like, I'm set in my ways, they're set in their ways, I'm not changing, you're not changing. If you like ex-nay that energy, and instead you're like, I'm set in my ways because I know who I am and I've been through XYZ life experiences. And so because I understand this is why I'm set in my ways, I have compassion and I understand when other people are set in their ways and they're not open to my way of being, is because they also have self-respect. They also have had certain experiences that have shaped them to think that way and to operate that way. And so how can me living in one way because this is how I've been raised, and them living in another way because that's how they've been raised, how can we find a middle ground or a way that we can compromise? And Taurus, I feel like this whole Mercury retrograde is for you learning how to communicate effectively rather than kind of be a bull, no pun intended, but rather than bullying your way through a situation and kind of strong manning a situation, instead of just kind of plowing your way through and being like, okay, yeah, that's how you want to do things. Well, I'm Taurus, so this is how it's going to go. Instead, you're like, oh, that's how you want to do things? Okay. I'm here for it, I understand, and this is how I want to do things, and this is like halfway, so what do you think about this and this as a compromise? So we have bingo, you are on the path to your destiny, Taurus. Spirit is also wanting Spirit is also wanting you to connect to an art form, Taurus. So there's a need here for you to connect to art, drawing, writing, poetry. I'm hearing poetry. For a lot of my Taurans, it's poetry. I'm also seeing like flowers in the hair, or like knitting, what is it, the crowns that people make, like flower crowns. I don't know, maybe there's like, for a new hair thing, Taurus, your summer thing could be like always having a hair or a flower in your hair, or always wearing like a flower crown. Now I want to look on Etsy for flower crowns, but there's something here to like soften and feminize your appearance for my Tauran ladies. And for my Tauran males, you could actually be trying growing your hair out, I'm seeing. So for some of my Taurus males, if you're someone who's like always bald or always has a buzz cut or like a high and tight or something short, you could be trying a different hairstyle, Taurus, and growing your hair out a little bit. I'm hearing the song Hair Down. I just want to let your hair down. Attachment styles are affecting your relationships, Taurus. Spirit is also saying when you take a step back, not from wanting to punish a situation and be silent, so not stepping back and being quiet to ghost someone, but actually communicating, hey, I think it'd be best if we took some time and we both thought about the situation and we met up next week on this day, or had a conversation next week and saw how we're feeling then. Like Taurus, you'll see that if you actually step into the habit of doing that, instead of having emotions and feeling some type of way about a situation. For example, if you're in a relationship, Taurus, and you see your partner do something that you normally would freak out and you'd be like, why did you do that? That's so disrespectful to me. I can't believe you. If instead you stop and you observe your partner's behavior and you're like, wow, that was disrespectful, and the previous version of me would take that personally, but because it's not about me and because someone's behavior is only about them and only speaks about them and speaks nothing about me, I am not going to take the situation personally. Instead, I'm going to take it as a learning situation. I'm going to observe my partner's actions. I'm going to pull my energy away and communicate with them that I'm pulling my energy away because the situation doesn't seem safe or hospitable or warm or inviting or loyal to the degree that it used to, and I'm going to offer that we take some time and then we meet up and renegotiate and see, you know, what we really want. So handling the situation more maturely, Taurus, is going to take you to the next level. Whereas if you don't handle it maturely, you'll just repeat the cycle, Taurus. So ask yourself, Taurus, do you want to repeat a cycle or do you want the upgrade? Gemini. They all flip. All right, Gemini, we have summertime Cancer. We have the song, You Gotta Know I'm Feeling Love. I'll never love another one, another you. So for some of my Geminis, there's someone here that you just can't stop thinking of, Gemini. You had a connection with someone and you've just not connected with anyone the same. Things will never be the same. Isn't that a Drake song or a Drake album? Things will never be the same. I think it's an album by Drake. You may want to listen to the album. For a lot of my Geminis, you're not talking to this person, you haven't been talking to this person for a while, but you really think that this person is your destiny, or they think that you're their destiny and you haven't talked to them for a while. For a lot of my Geminis, you could have Aquarius in your chart where you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius, or during Aquarius season or Sagittarius season, you stop talking to this person. So the last time you saw this person could have been around February or December, or they could be someone that has Sagittarius or Aquarius in their chart. Now, the thing with Sag and Aquarius is both of these signs, Sag is notorious for being non-committal just because they're very worldly, they're very cultured, they love to travel, they love to learn new things, they're old souls, so they tend to have a ton of soulmates, and they tend to have a karma that means that they need to connect with a lot of these soulmates. Aquarians are kind of, you know, the alien air sign. I know they're the aqua bear, but they're an air sign, and they can be a bit detached or dissociated, and they can cut off their emotions at the drop of a hat whenever they feel like it, and so it can feel really unsafe to some people. Now, Gemini, you guys have, you know, the Gemini twins, so you have two personalities, Gemini. For some of my Geminis, you could be dealing with animals. This other person that you're dealing with could also be dealing with animals. I'm a horse person, so naturally I go to that. You could be a horse person, they could be a horse person too. There is a situation here, Gemini, if you help them, it will help you, if that makes sense. There's something here symbiotic. There's something here that's reciprocal. And Spirit is telling you to trust your instincts and to stop listening to others and to listen to your heart when she's calling, or when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. So I'm hearing that song, Listen to Your Heart. So Gemini, Spirit is wanting you to shut up and listen to your heart, but shut up first. I'm hearing shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up. It's a song, but I haven't heard that song in a while. I'm trying to think what the rest of that song is. I'm just hearing the shut up part. There is something here though, Gemini, where there is unfinished business with you and someone from the past, and Spirit is saying B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. Okay, so Bingo. I'm also hearing Bullseye, could be dealing with a Taurus. Okay, we have used to have friends, now I've got enemies. So Gemini, if you were to go towards this person, you know that people would get mad at you and you would have enemies. So it's almost like people are trying to punish you for what you want to follow in your heart. Like, then these aren't your people, Gemini. So a lot of my Geminis are around a bunch of fake people that they have to be around because of their situation. And yeah, we ain't on the same no way, you ain't from my planet, we don't speak the same language. So Mac Miller lyrics again, we have Capricorn in the reverse. So for some of my Geminis, you could also be dealing with a Capricorn or have Capricorn in your chart. But for a lot of my Geminis, there is a situation of you and other people not being on the same page. We have I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I'll fight for what I love. But will you, Gemini? We also have God's plan. Yeah, they wish and wish and wish and wish and wish on me bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish. So Gemini, could be a lot of bad things that they wishing on you if you go with this person. But there's an energy here. of way more energies than just two. Oh yeah, there's definitely multiple people here. So there are people, okay, so Gemini, we have outsmarting the goosebumps, the goblins, and the goons. So if anyone from, some of you guys could be 90s or late 80s babies, the show Goosebumps with the green slime. Green could be something here. We have swiper, no swiping. What is that, from Dora the Explorer? So we have, they're trying to gobble you, Gemini, or you could be trying to gobble someone. But there's an energy here of you're outsmarting other people, or other people are outsmarting you. We also have the song Nowhere to Run by Ryan Trey. That's kind of creepy. So Goosebumps, Goblins and Goons, and Nowhere to Run. So Gemini, there's kind of stalker energy here, which I really don't like. So I'd just say be cautious. I always keep 3 forms of self-protection on me at all times, but I'm a woman, so I feel like that's different. But this day and age, it's important. So always make sure that you have more than one, I'm hearing, way to defend yourself. All right, moving on. After Gemini, we have Cancer. Cancer, what's going on for Cancer? Cancer, you have a detour. Detour within the next 2 weeks. You will be changing, rerouting, reloading, uploading, slow. I just want to take it nice and slow by Usher. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting for me. Ooh, Cancer, I pulled up, anticipated. Ooh, I got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen. Girl, you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Okay, Cancer. Some of you guys could be really wanting to get down with someone who you've never been sexual with before. Because, I mean, let's just say it. It says, I got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen. So you've never seen this person, or they've never seen you. Cancer, there is something new coming into your life. And it could be actually something that's coming around from Aquarius season. So you could have met this person, or been introduced to this person, or figured out, or even like were introduced that they existed. Like you were made known of this person in February or around February. And then it's coming back around in the next 2 weeks, Cancer. Like you could travel for work, or they could travel for work, and there's something, Spirit is saying, wait, something, yeah, so the situation needs more heart. So there's a situation here, Cancer, where you've been very logical about it. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could have Scorpio in your chart. So very strong air and water here, Cancer. We have, again, used to have friends, now I've got enemies. So Cancer, again, there's a falling out here with someone, but the situation's not over. I'm hearing the song, tell me that it's over, 'cause if the world is spinning and I'm still living, I won't be right if we're not in it together. Tell me that it's over. What is that? It's Over by Lindsay Lohan? I think it is by Lindsay Lohan. Tell me that it's over. All right, so Cancer, something is over, but this is a blessing, because something is, I mean, endings are new beginnings, right? We have, okay, so again, there's, I'd rather leave than to cheat. If they'll give me some time, I can be the man they need me to be, but there's still a lot of lust in me. So again, there's another energy, Cancer, of a little sexual prowess, a little promiscuity, Cancer. Little promiscuous here. We have soul ties. So for a lot of my Cancers, you guys have a lot of soulmates. You guys are old souls. So there's, again, a lot of people that you are meant to connect with intimately. We also have your equation. We all have an equation, and only you can figure out your equation. No one else can figure out your equation. Once you figure out your own equation, you actually become a genius, though. A genius of who you are. And once you know who you are, and you truly can honor who you are in any situation, then you can solve any equation, and you can help people how to learn their equation so that they can solve their own situations and be their own genius. So Cancer, there's something here where you are kind of going through a test and trial, because what you're going through about this change in who you are, I feel like there's a fundamental change in your programming, in your software, Cancer. This could even be like changing your sexual orientation, or changing what you like in relationships, or changing your relationship needs, or changing what you want in work, or changing your line of work. Or if it's not changing your line of work, it's transferring. It's like something that you already do, but you're going to be doing it more. Like it's a hobby, or it's something that you do for work, but like you're going to be doing this as your main gig, not your side gig. There's like a change, there's a shift, what is it called? Changing of the guard is what I'm hearing. So some of you guys could be dealing with someone that's British, or some of my Cancers could be British. We have nowhere to run, bottom of the deck again. So could be dealing with a Gemini, or have Gemini in your chart. We also have the song by Nelly Furtado, I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my home, or I don't know where my soul is, I don't know where my home is. So for some of my Cancers, you feel like you've been this nomad. Like, you may have a home, but it doesn't really feel like home. It doesn't feel like home like when you were in mama's home when you were growing up. You know, like you haven't had that kind of home in a while. And there's an energy here of you knowing that you're rare. That you're rare. That song by Selena Gomez, Rare. Yours or I'm so rare. I don't know that song. I just know that it is a song. We have yes, be a yes. So Cancer, there could be some huge changes that Spirit is trying to nudge you towards that will be really, really good for you, but it would be a huge leap of faith. I'm hearing from the musical Rent, leap of faith, leap of faith. The cow jumped over the moon. The cow jumped over the moon. Whenever she's like dancing and she's like, the cow jumped over the moon. All right, Cancer, Leo. Leo, let's see what's up for Leo. All right, Leo, we have athlete. So some of my Leos, you could be an athlete, or you could be dealing with an athlete. So you could have a competition. Ooh, trapped, athlete and trapped. So for some of my Leos, you feel like you are trapped by the sport that you do because it's all consuming. For some of my Leos, you feel like other athletes around you are trapping you, or you feel like you're trapped in a program. You feel like you have to stick in this certain program to continue on your goal. You feel like you're a pawn in somebody else's game. You don't feel like you have control over yourself. There's a need here, Leo, to have stealth and strategy dealing with the situation, because there is unsuspecting help around you and there is a blessing around you, but it does require you to remove yourself from a situation where you are trapped, where you are kind of held in because you fit in a certain neat box. And it's like the energy of, you know, like the church pastor who's been married forever and him and his wife have just fallen out of love and they genuinely want to get divorced, but like their religion and their church doesn't believe in divorce. And so it's like, I've been preaching against divorce for the last 40 years as this preacher, but my wife and I, and it's like an amicable. It's not even like shady. It's not even like I was cheating on her, she was cheating on me. It's like this genuine, like, we're good people and we're honest and we just genuinely feel like our life contract is up and we want to go different ways. But like the church that I run, you know, like my job is at stake or is at jeopardy if I leave the situation because everybody knows us as this couple. So for some of my Leos, you're like in a situation, it could be like with a gym or with, you know, some competitive team or with a partnership. It could be a marriage, it could be a relationship. And it's like you feel trapped in that relationship because it's like everyone knows you by that relationship, or everyone knows just the two of us. It's almost like at first the song Just the Two of Us sounded really endearing, and now it's like, ooh, just the two of us. That's terrifying. It's like, I don't want it to be just the two of us. Someone here is obsessed with the other, though. We have Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. So Leo, there's a desire here for romance. Could be dealing with a Libra or have Libra in your chart. You could also be dealing with an Aries or have Aries in your chart, or be thinking of an Aries or be thinking of a Libra. We also have, okay, will you stay just a little while, babe? So there's like a vehement, like, no, feeling trapped in a relationship. But then immediately after, no, I feel trapped in this relationship, there's like, just kidding, I love you, will you stay? So Leo, this is really toxic. There is an energy here of hot, cold, hot, cold. Make up your mind, Leo. Spirit says to take some time apart and connect to your own artistry. Is this someone that you can really be creative with, Leo? Spirit says your perfect partner is someone that really taps you into your creativity. I mean, like, really out there. Like someone that, yeah, Aquarius energy. Someone who, like, teaches you all about the alien. Someone who connects you to the alien inside of you. Someone who connects you to otherworldly experiences. There's an energy here, Leo, of wanting to experience more. There's like, I'm hearing there's gotta be more to life than chasing down every temporary high. So sung by Stacy, or so there's gotta be more to life than chasing down every temporary high. So for some of my Leos, you could be getting high and like wanting to stop doing that because you're like, this is completely blunting my creativity in some way, or my productivity, or why am I doing this? You could be asking yourself, okay, why am I reverting to this habit? And you could be codependent on a habit here, or codependent on this relationship that you feel trapped in. But there is something, Leo, that's got you by the balls. And that's what I'm hearing, Leo. Something has got you by the balls. And you gotta set your balls free, Leo. Set your balls free. There is a need for you to become more sovereign in a situation. This situation is brought to you to teach you about self-awareness, Leo. A couple more for Leo. We have authentic authority is gained through persevering adversity. So, Leo, you're learning how to deal with adversity in a mature way that doesn't blow bridges. That's not the saying, but what is it? Break bridges, but I'm hearing blow bridges. Leo, you're also being reminded that Jesus didn't out Judas. Judas outed himself. So Leo, you could be dealing with someone jealous here or envious, or there could be jealousy or envy in a situation, or that's affecting a relationship or affecting a situation, and you're being told that it's going to smell like rotten eggs. And so, GTFO, when you gotta go, go. All right, Virgo. Virgo, we have the same authentic authority is gained through persevering adversity. You cannot take what someone has earned. Jesus didn't out Judas. Judas outed himself. So for some of my Virgos, could be dealing with the same thing. Virgo, you could also be dealing with someone that is very envious of you, because we also have the song by Russ, Got This. Ever since I got this, you've been trying to knock this. Ever since I got this, you've been trying to knock this. All you do is pop, but you ain't really on. This is for my team, though. We ain't with the nonsense. So, and then he says later on, I made everything come true. I feel like my own genie. So there's this energy here, Virgo, of staying in your own lane, working hard, sticking it to the man, Virgo, creating your own magical center. There's I'm seeing a centaur. So like Sagittarius energy, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have strong Sagittarius in your chart. You could be traveling a lot, Virgo. You could be traveling for work. The sunrise is a favorable time for you. So actually spending time sun gazing right when the sun is right when the sun comes above the horizon, right when the sun is on the horizon, Virgo, it'd be really good for you to softly eye gaze. Not whenever the sun is up, because that can actually damage your eyes, but I mean when the sun is literally on the horizon. To meditate with that time, you can gain a lot of vitality, a lot of creativity, a lot of power. Now I'm hearing that song, Kanye, no one man should have all that power, oh. I'm in a 21st century, something to mean to it. Got a nice ring to it. So Virgo, you could be feeling yourself soon. You could be something could be blowing up in smoke. There's rabbits and birds here, so be careful if you don't want to, I was going to say consume, if you don't want to conceive. You could be dealing with a Taurus as well, or you could have Taurus in your chart. I'm hearing it's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. Dun, 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 dun. So, what is that? Birds flying high, you know how I feel. What is that song? You know how I feel. So, I don't know, you could be saying to someone, you know how I feel, but it's like, no, I don't know how you feel because you've never expressed it. So Virgo, you could need to express to someone, speak up. There's feelings here, Virgo, that you're feeling that you're not speaking about. Virgo, we have this song lyrics. The room is empty, the lights are dim, and my heart wonders if I'll ever see you again. And I'll be waiting I'll be watching under a blue, okay, under a blue moon. So check the calendar. When is the next blue moon? Virgo, you could be reconnecting with someone here. Spirit could be like, fine, we'll make this Wheel of Fortune happen once in a blue moon because this person is supposed to reconcile with this other person. So Virgo, there's someone here that you were supposed to have a connection with, but other people blocked it because, yeah, ever since I got this, you've been trying to knock this. So Virgo, people kept you away from a situation that you were supposed to connect with. And I'm also hearing King Solomon and King Tut. So you may want to look up into Solomon and King Tut and their energy and kind of like what they're known for, what they did. Yeah, we have I'm on a new level. So Virgo, for a lot of you guys, you could be on a new level. So you have to be more discerning about who is in your energy. You could also be dealing with a Cancer, or you could make big changes in your life or have a competition in July. 777 could be important for you, the number 7 in general. Again, you could be traveling to relocate, to upgrade. There could be an event, a competition, a new opportunity. Spirit is telling you to strike while the iron is hot. I'm hearing hot, hot, hot. Island girls at Aries. So island girls, you could be dealing with some island girls. Now I'm hearing the song, move your body, girl, makes the fellas go the way you want it, girl. So Spirit is telling you to move your body, Virgo. All right, after Virgo, we have Libra. So Libra, what's going on for my Libras? Libra from the Oracle. All right, Libra, you also have a detour. So you're being told to slow down. Stop, don't do it when you want to get to it. Relax, don't do it. So for some of my Libras, you need to relax. There's a need to have a spa day. There's a need to, I'm hearing like a warm stone massage. You know, you can actually buy like those massage stones, and then you can just, I don't know, put them in the microwave. I don't know if you can put stones in microwaves. I feel like getting a heating pad, Libra, or something with warmth, even getting like a space heater or heat somewhere in the body. You could have inflammation or heat in the body. Libra, if you do, holy basil, Tulsi, Tulsi, Tulsi. You can take pills or you can take tea of it. It's just a natural herb. Really good for inflammation. Also, obviously, things like turmeric, but check your heart. I'm not a doctor, so I know turmeric can affect certain people. But turmeric and holy basil or Tulsi would be good for you. Also, vitamin C, and just making sure that you're hydrated enough. I really like coconut water. So, summertime, Libra, make sure you're getting in that coconut water. Some of my Libras could be, I open your legs and go straight to your heart. So for some of my Libras, you are being told here to, get into more sensual, intimate nature or vibe. You could be dealing with an Aries, or you could have Aries in your chart. We have Aries in your subconscious. We have projection, gaslighting, and immaturity crowning you, Libra. So I would just say be cautious here on the energy, that you're really holding. There's hard to concentrate. So Libra, it can be hard for you to concentrate. Honestly, you or someone else is thinking about another person too much. It's like, stay in your lane is what I'm hearing. Just stay in your lane and let other people stay in their lane, and know that your lane is different than their lane, and their lane is different than your lane. And you can be in a totally different lane. Like, you can be in your own lane and someone can be in their own lane, and you guys can travel in your own lanes parallel next to each other, Libra, and your lanes can be symbiotic and can be just symbiotic, for like they can help one another's lanes, but you don't have to conform to their lane and they don't have to conform to your lane. We do have an energy bottom of the deck. People love you when they're on your mind. A thought is love's currency. So even though there's an energy here of someone obsessively thinking about another person to the point of projection, gaslighting, gossiping about a person, or being immature about someone else's energy, there is an energy here of someone here is self-employed, someone here is their own boss, they're very solo, they're an entrepreneur, they're very self-made, they're very brave, they're very bold, and this is really triggering to another energy, which is why it makes them in this projection, gaslighting, gossip, immaturity. But Spirit's just like, this is why there's a detour going on, because it's like projection, gaslighting, gossip, and immaturity is very lower frequency. You're not going to manifest any changes or anything positive from that sort of situation. So there is a need here to step out of this and to ask yourself, okay, so then it's like someone's getting pulled around like a rag doll. I'm hearing Raggedy Ann. There's a need to release yourself from this person, or release yourself from thinking too much about a person or a person thinking about you. We also have a Capricorn here, Libra, so you could be dealing with Capricorn or have Capricorn in your chart, and Cancer. There's something here about humility and understanding differences. There's something here about 7s and 1s and 4s. So you could see 444, 777, 111, 711, 17, 71, 14, 411. What's the 411 on a situation? We do have challenge coming out in the reverse, which I like that. With bottom of the deck, you gotta know I'm feeling love, followed by yes, bingo, you're on the right path. So it seems like there's just a hiccup in this situation, Libra, of you at this other person or this other person to you. Essentially, it seems like there's two different energies here that live totally different, that were raised differently, that operate differently, that are just, their foundations are different. And there's a need here to clean the air. I'm hearing spring cleaning, so there's a need for spring cleaning in the heart chakra. There's a need for compassion, sincerity, trust. Sunrise is also a good time for you. There's new beginnings. Spirit is telling you salvation and compassion. There are fairies and angels around the situation. Same energy of it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling. So that same energy. Birds flying high, you know just how I feel. So birds could be strong here. There is a situation of inspiring new beliefs and new behaviors within you and another person. There is also a strength to, a focus on the colors yellow and white, which I don't really see yellow and white a lot, but yellow is all about the solar plexus. So it's about utilizing the energy of the root and the sacral. Yeah, root and sacral. And then white is the energy of purity. So there's a need to be pure and honest in a situation, Libra, for it to be able to move forward. All right, after Libra, we have Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. So Scorpio, we have surprise. You have a surprise coming, Scorpio. You've got a surprise, a wild card. I'm hearing, push it. But I always heard that song is, squishy. Push it. Push it. Push it real good. Yeah? Okay. Okay, Scorpio, push it real good. We have, I know you hear me out there, give me a sign though. I'm gonna follow you wherever your mind goes. Will you follow me wherever my mind goes? So Mac Miller lyrics, the song Aquarium. Some of you guys could be going to an aquarium. Could be need to go to Sea Life, Sea World, maybe not Sea World. I'm not a fan, but an aquarium, or maybe buy a little aquarium. Buy some fish for your home. If you're like, I can't have pets, but you could have like a small little aquarium, get a couple fish. Some of you Scorpios are really focusing on saving your money, working on multiple incomes. A lot of my Scorpios are money focused to the point where you are ignoring so many people, Scorpio. What's crowning you in every situation is, we're sorry, the number you dialed is not working. Please don't try again. Thank you. If at first you don't succeed, don't try again. So Scorpio, this is the energy that you're putting off to people. The situation needs more heart. So for a lot of my Scorpios, I'm hearing, to a woman so heartless. What is that? Was that a Kanye song? Long a dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 he ever see dun, 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 to a woman so heartless. So some of you guys could seem really heartless to others. We have, I thought you not like the rest, or should have known what it was. If I saw you today, all I'd say it's betrayal because I trusted you. So for some of my Scorpios, someone betrayed you in the past, and because of that, you just shut down. You're like, I'm fine that you betrayed me. I'm not even sad about it. I'm just You're dead to me. The situation's dead to me. So Scorpio, for a lot of you guys, because you cut down the situation in the past that was really deceptive to you, that lied to you, that betrayed you, that was deceitful to you, you are getting a surprise. Ooh, Barracuda. I'm hearing that song. What is that song? Wild Thing. Dun, dun, wild. Yeah, isn't that Wild Thing? Where they say, ooh, Barracuda. Some of you guys could see a Barracuda when you're swimming, see a Barracuda at the aquarium. Some of you guys need to go to a freaking aquarium, Scorpio, or swim in the ocean and find some Barracudas. But you have a surprise here. I'm hearing Wilder. You could be dealing with someone who's first a guy who's named Wilder, Willie, William. We have Aries energy here too, Scorpio, so you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries in your chart. You could have a strong soulmate energy with this person, Scorpio. You guys could be connected through animals, or animals could be pertinent to your job or pertinent to their job. There is an energy, Scorpio, of someone breaking promises here. We have counseling, mediation, and therapy in the reverse. So somebody is not getting the help that they need to heal a situation. They're stuck in a cycle of running around the wrong neighborhoods is what I'm hearing. Okay, we have outsmart in the goosebumps, goblins and goons. So Scorpios, swipe or no swiping. So for a lot of my Scorpios, you're using that Ace of Swords and you're cutting people out. You are unbothered, detached, aloof. You release the situation, you're neutral, you're balanced. You've transcended the situation, Scorpio, and it's really pissing somebody off. Because you're outsmarting these people, and they're like, what? They just wanted to get their hooks in you, Scorpio, but you said nay, nigh. All right, so Scorpio, all you care about is the bag. All you care about is your money. Multiple incomes. 7 is the goal, Scorpio. So work towards 7 incomes, Scorpio. Alrighty. Sagittarius. Ooh, children, Sag. So there could be something here about childhood programming. You could be dealing with children. Your situation that you're in could be involving children or animals. There is something here about innocence, the purity of a child. You are on the right path. So for a lot of my Sagittariuses, you are supposed to be a caregiver of sorts. You are supposed to take care of children or take care of animals. Literally the animal card just came out. So children and animals. So for a lot of my Sag, which makes sense, Sag, you rule wisdom, culture, worldly things. So for a lot of my Sagittariuses, being an old soul that's well-traveled astrally and physically on this world plane, you are set to be a mentor, a guide to children and to animals. And you're supposed to help them because helping children helps you. Helping animals helps you. So Sagittarius, there is a need here for you to create a new team. In the past, you could have been rejected from something, or someone could have ghosted you, or you could have ghosted someone because it just didn't feel like the right fit. There could have been a poor situation regarding children or animals or a work situation in the past, Scorpio, where it was like it just wasn't quite your tribe. It wasn't the right fit. And in the future here, we have sprouts. So there is someone here that could help teamwork makes the dream work. There's something here that you need to protect regarding your work, Sagittarius. Like you need to be proactive in a situation and use your maternal or paternal instincts in a situation. Mama bear, papa bear. Remember to always be a student first and a teacher second, Sagittarius. So even as you are a mentor, a teacher to these children, to these animals, or to these other people, or to these students, Spirit says you are the best teacher when you are always a student first. We have in the future healthy time apart, so there is a need, Sagittarius, to kind of step back, make sure that you take time to yourself, make sure that you guard yourself. You have been spreading your energy too thin, and so Sag, there is a strong need here for you to rest, recuperate, and regroup, and for you to be on your own. Liberty, freedom, expansion, being uninhibited, victory at last. What is it? Man Down Under. Land Down Under. The song Land Down Under. The Land Down Under. Isn't that kind of a sexual song? I think it is. But I'm hearing that song. The Land Down Under. It's a really old song. Sagittarius. Some of you guys could be older. Could be 40s, 50s, 60s. not saying you're old. Okay, so Sagittarius, we have the song lyrics by Sabrina Claudio. Truth is, I don't get jealous when you mention other women. I don't miss you. I'm doing better now. I don't need you, but I need you. Truth is, I'm dishonest because I'm scared to get too deep. Truth is that I want this. So, Sag, you could want someone, but you are too scared that you're like, I'm going to fall deep for that person, so I can't even go for that person. So there's someone here that you're keeping at bay, or someone feels this way about you. They see you, and they're like, man, the Sagittarius, I need that. But I don't need that, because if I go for that, it's going to F me up. It's going to F me up too much. And then we have the song God is Real by Krishna Das, which is one of my favorite artists. I would say check it out. So the lyrics are, there are some things I may not know, there are some places I may not go, but there's one thing of which I'm sure, my God is real and I can feel him in my soul. So for a lot of my Sagittarius, you could be connecting to your spirituality in a whole new way. You could be having supernatural experiences. I'm hearing the song Superhuman by Chris Brown. I'm feeling all superhuman, you did that to me. Superhuman heartbeats of me. Super. So some of you guys could feel superhuman because the love that a person makes you feel, or someone inspires you in a way that makes you feel superhuman. Sag, we also have the song lyrics. I got some problems I don't want to get into. I just slept with another woman thinking about you. Can't even lie all the time. I'm thinking about you. So for some of my Sagittariuses, you could be connecting with someone intimately, but you're thinking about somebody else. You could be in a relationship with someone, but you're thinking about somebody else, which is not a good energy. So Sag, there's a need here for you to take healthy time apart, for you to be water, my friend, by Bruce Lee. Step away from a situation and really surrender and ask yourself what you want in life and really commit to it, because there's something here about living two different lives almost, Sag. There's like a really pure energy in you, and then there's an energy that's kind of cold, aloof, detached, unemotional, shut down, and there's a need to kind of get to the bottom of that, to work in quiet, to protect yourself until you get to the bottom of that and fill the void, fill that black hole, so that you can have like I'm hearing a safety net, but I'm also hearing fishnets. So for some of my Sagittarius ladies, you could be wearing fishnets when you're going out, or I don't know, fishnets may come back in style here. All right, love you guys, and I will be back next week for next week's energies. Bless you.